Hi, welcome back to my channel, and this is a sound off on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh my God, y'all. Atlanta is back. Atlanta is back, y'all. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I'm excited. This new semi-reboot of Atlanta, I think I like it. So of course, it starts off with Portia. Portia's getting a divorce from Simon, and they've had their own reality show on Instagram. So if you don't know, I don't know what to tell y'all. But they're showing all these headline clippings of identity fraud, credit card fraud, bank fraud, this fraud. He was doing this. He owes that. He has felonies. He has fake marriages. Now in this moment, I'm gonna try to be a good human being. Okay. I'm not laughing at Portia. I swear I'm not laughing at Portia. Because when I tell you these men be out here scamming girls, they be scamming women, they be scamming. Okay, so I'm not laughing at Portia. But do we really want to sit here and watch her cry about what she's going through? We do not. Because when she was quitting her jobs before she married that man, everybody was like, girl, what are you doing? Why are you playing with Pilar's money? Because we don't really care that much about you. You grown. But you didn't work so hard and accomplished so much, and you're going to quit all your jobs? Do not play with Pilar's money like that. We were not here for that. We did not want you playing with PJ's future. So we told you, why are you quitting all your jobs? Why are you quitting all your jobs? We got, no. We're not going to sit up here and watch you cry the entire season about how your man did you wrong, because we do not care. Okay? I'm sorry, but in my Stephen A. Smith's voice, we do not care. Okay? And I feel like Bravo didn't care either. Truly Original also did not care. Because the way they lumped all them scenes together and gave us this little intro, I don't think that they will be watching any of her sob story telling about, I really love this man. This was it. I don't think we'll be seeing too much more of her woe is me sob stories. Simon lied to me. I was bamboozled. We don't want to see too much of that. We really, 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 really don't. We don't. Because we warned you. And it ain't even about Fallon, okay? Because I'm so sick. Let me say this real quick. Another reason why I'm going to enjoy Real Housewives of Atlanta this season is because I don't have faves anymore. I stopped having faves back in season 12. I no longer have any faves, okay? Portia used to be my girl. I used to love Portia. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing bad about Portia. I wouldn't have it, okay? But I've gotten to see Portia for her works in the last couple of years, and I have forgiven her. But I don't have faves anymore when it comes to Atlanta. I'm going to enjoy the girls when they're being enjoyable, and when they're not, I'm going to call them out. And that's just that on that. I don't have no faves. I'm not rooting for no one. I still don't care for Drew. But I am an objective person, okay? I can be very fair, okay? I pride myself on being able to see different points of views, okay? I feel like I can see everybody's side most of the time. Okay, so now that we got that out the way, I am annoyed. I hate when people mention the fact that Portia stole that girl's husband. They don't acknowledge that that girl was pregnant by her best friend / husband's assistant. If you're going to tell it all. If you're going to mention it all, okay? Mention it all. We want to know about everything, okay? Let's not shout from the roof that Portia got with somebody's husband when the wife was banging her best friend / assistant. She was letting that man clap her cheeks raw, and she got pregnant by her husband's assistant. Her friend that she made her husband hire as his assistant, she was getting knocked down by him and got knocked up. And she ain't on trial. We not dragging her, but if we gonna talk about it, let's not make it seem like, oh my gosh, Portia came and stole that lady husband. That lady was pregnant by somebody else. So if we're gonna talk about it, let's keep it all the way. 100.
But yeah, I hope that this whole little thing that they gave Portia, this little intro that they gave to Portia, I hope that's really all we hear about Simon. I don't really want to hear too much more about him. Like, let's try to wrap this up in the next 2 episodes. I don't want to hear too much about him. Because we don't have no sympathy for you in that marriage. I'm so sorry, girl, but we just don't have it. Okay, I don't have it. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I know I don't got it. Now, Shamia's intro was really cute. Like, it was really, really, really cute. But let me just say this, Greg. I'm not a fake person. I like to keep it 100. When it comes to Shamia over the years, when she's been on the show, she's kind of irritated me. I think that Shamia is gorgeous. I think her body is everything. I think her face is flawless. The beautiful teeth, the skin just silky smooth. She used to have long hair, but now she's rocking the short hair. She's beautiful either way. I think Shamia is a goddess, okay? When I see her on her radio show, like when I see little clips and stuff, I think she's delightful. I enjoy her anytime I see Shamia. But for some reason, whenever I see her on Roa, she gets on my nerves. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Every time she's on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she just got on my nerves. And Portia used to be my fave. So, yeah. I'm supposed to like her too, right? They're a package deal. You know what it is? Let me not lie. Let me tell the truth. You know where I stopped liking Shamia? So she was on there season 8, right? That was the season where Kim Fields was there and they was in Miami and Tammy's nephews. That was around that time when they was acting a fool and they had to call the ambulance. Okay. If y'all remember season 8, that's around the time when Friggin' Frack really like was born, and that's when Phaedra and Portia was twerking and wearing matching cover-ups and they was doing their thing, and Shamia was right there with them dancing and shaking ass and having a good old time and drinking drinks and just doing the most, right? Having a good old time. But then the very next season, when Phaedra and Candy had fallen out and things were weird between Phaedra, Candy, and Portia before, you know, the whole Dungeon Gate situation, Shamia, all of a sudden, she don't like Phaedra. Now, last season, you were getting along great with Phaedra. You was hanging out. You was right there with Phaedra and Portia. Y'all was all having a good old time. Candy was pregnant with Ace. I'm trying to paint the picture if y'all don't remember. And you was getting along great season 8. Season 9 comes, and all of a sudden now, because Candy is mad at Phaedra, now you're mad at Phaedra. And you don't like Phaedra, and Phaedra flirted with your first husband when y'all was together, and all these different things, and you don't like her, and you don't trust her. And I know y'all got y'all opinions about Phaedra, but to me, I just felt like that was fake. Because if I'm holding on to some resentment, right? If I'm holding on to some resentment that when I was married, you used to flirt with my husband and then kiki in my face and I don't like you, y'all would have noticed that when we was in Miami season 8. If that would have been me, y'all would have noticed I don't fool with her. I don't know how to pretend to like anybody. I just don't know how to do it. I can't. I don't even try. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I'm smiling at you, I sincerely, genuinely feel happy emotions for you. If I'm liking your stuff, if I'm interacting with you, I sincerely like you. Because if I don't like you, I'm just going to be looking at you stank like. So the fact that they was able to kiki and dance, remember when they was on the boats doing their little choreography, dance and stuff? Even Kim was getting on action. Y'all remember they was all dancing and doing it. I still kind of remember the choreography that they was doing on the boat. And Kim Fields was like, this is not my life. I don't like this. Remember that? How do you go from that to the next season? You're talking about how you don't like her from years ago, but just last season y'all was getting along. Just a few months ago y'all was getting along. That's what made me kind of just, ever since then I've been looking at Shamia sideways. It was like, girl, just keep it real. You ain't never liked her, but you got along with her because you wanted to be on the show. And then when Candy wasn't fooling with her, now you can say your real emotions. And I just feel like that's a little, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't like that. But yeah, I went on for a tangent. But I do like Shamia overall as a person. I think I'm gonna try to enjoy her this season. Okay, this season is a different space because apparently they have asked Shamia multiple seasons to be a full-time Peach, and she has had to say no because her husband did not like the show. Her husband was like, this is not a good look. No. So you can go over there and be a friend of all you want to, but to be a full-time Peach and they're going to be in our business and they're going to be trying to start stuff, I don't want no parts of it. So this season they came to some type of agreement and she's now full-time. And we get to see her big, beautiful, fabulous life, and I'm here for it now. What I don't like, I keep seeing everywhere that people are saying that Portia was jealous of her life and that's the reason why she got with Simon and all these different things. And maybe y'all know something I don't know. Maybe something happened that I'm not aware of. I know that they have having a weird situation right now. I'm gonna wait to see what happened. But I just don't like, I don't know. Y'all love to say somebody is jealous of somebody's life. And I guess that's not my nature. So I don't know. Like, that's just not, why is my hair doing weird stuff? That's not my nature. So I don't like stuff like that. I feel like nobody should be jealous of nobody's life. If your homegirl has a nice Birkin bag and you want a Birkin bag, girl, get your money up and go get you a Birkin bag. There's no reason to be jealous of your friends. I just wasn't raised that way. Like, my mom was not that lady. And she let me know from a very small age, like, we don't do that over here, okay? When your friend has something, you're happy for your friend. When you have something, your friend should be happy for you. And that's just that on that. I don't see why they're like, oh, she got with Simon because of Shamia with her African man. Shamia been with her man for a long time. They've been linking Portia to African men with money way before Shamia got with this guy, or at least before we knew about it. They've been linking Portia to African men. Didn't they say an African man bought her Rolls Royce? That he was dating Tamala Jones, the actress. And where was he from? Was he from Equatorial Guinea? I don't remember. It don't matter. It don't even matter. But they've been linking Portia to rich African men for a long time. They've been linking Atlanta ladies to African men, okay? Rich Africans for a long time. So I don't know why they're like, oh, she's jealous of Shamia's life and that's why she married Simon. Then why did she get with Dennis? Then why did she get with the other Todd? Shamia was already married by that time, wasn't she? That was season 9. Shamia was married. Was she? Yeah. Shamia was already with Gerald at that point. I just don't like that. Like, y'all telling on y'all selves. So y'all mean to tell me when y'all friends have something nice, y'all be jealous and wanting it? Because that's just not how I was raised. If your friend has something nice, you can admire it without being jealous or envious. I don't know. I don't want nobody else. What did J. Cole say? There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. It's none. It's none. Like, you can admire somebody for what they have. You could like the things that they have. But to be jealous, why y'all always be trying to put that on women? Y'all men be jealous of other men. Nobody ever talks about that. Y'all always be trying to say a woman is jealous of her friend. And I don't like that. Are y'all jealous of y'all friends? Because, baby, when my friends win, I'll be happy for them. Okay? I'm the friend that when I'm going through something, I'm going to take myself out the equation while you're happy if I can't be, as energized. I'm the type of person that I will stay away before I give you my bad energy. If I'm going through something, I don't always want to offload my sadness and my trauma onto people because sometimes people are energy sensitive. I know I'm energy sensitive. I'm mood sensitive. If you come around me with a bad mood, I'm gonna have to remove myself or else I'm gonna have a bad mood too. And I don't have time for no funky moods. Like, that's not cute. So I don't know. Y'all be jealous of y'all friends like that? Cause I'm the type of person, I'll see if my friend is winning, I'm like, dang, I'm where I need to be because God just blessed you. He gonna bless me too. I just gotta wait on my blessing. I don't know. I guess. But yeah, I think that Shamia is a great addition. I think she's beautiful. Her home is beautiful. Everybody's like, oh my God, we didn't know Shamia had money like this. Y'all thought she was broke? Like Shamia be doing things. Like Shamia been working. I don't know. She even mentioned how she was on the TLC movie. Remember she was Dallas Austin's baby mama and she saw Chili in the mall and she was looking at her up and down. That was Shamia. And she was looking at her and rolling her belly. Yeah. Shamia been getting the bag. She been getting to the coins. And then she got a man that has a coin. She told us that. She was like, my fiance is very generous. Remember at the season 9 reunion where her and Phaedra was going at it? Anyways. Where y'all been at? Now, I hate to be mean, but I really don't care that much about Drew's divorce. I guess I'll say this. I don't like when two people who are getting divorced stay under the same roof. I don't like that. I guess that's part of my own trauma. I think that's my own trauma. I feel like when two people break up, there needs to be boundaries. You need to be over here. I need to be somewhere separate. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't care. I don't care. It doesn't make me feel good. I don't like it. We're not going to make this about this. Okay. So we're just going to move on. But I just feel like it's safer where everybody goes on about their business. You go over there. I'll go over there. I don't like a divorced couple living under the... I just don't like it. Yeah. I just don't like it. But I'll say this. Drew is like a more refined Mia. I feel like Drew be lying. I don't know what's real and what's not real when it comes to her and her husband. So I don't know. But I will say I do think that... Drew's husband, what's his name? Ralph. I think Ralph got with Drew because of clout. I think he liked her. I think she's pretty. Of course, she's gorgeous, right? But I think that Ralph got with her because she's famous, and I think he wanted to be a little famous. And then I feel like they got on this show because he wanted some of that fame. If you remember, there was too many moments where Ralph wanted to be seen and he wanted to be in the mix. Remember they was asking Candy something one time and he started answering and she was like, your name is Candy? Like Ralph gives me, y'all know how they were showing Keke Palmer baby daddy was jealous of her and the things that she had and he was like destroying her property and stuff like that. That's what Ralph gives. Ralph gives he thinks he deserves to be famous too because he's with you. That's what Ralph gives. And I don't really care for Ralph. So yeah. Moving right along. As for her partnership with Dennis, strategic, but everything that Drew has ever done while being on the show was strategic. I guess she can't film with Ralph right now, so she needs to film with someone. Y'all not gonna like me, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Drew has given me since the day she stepped foot on this show that she studied Kenya Moore's resume while being on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like when Kenya came on the show, Kenya created this alter ego. We're gonna call her alter ego Twirl. I feel like Kenya created Twirl for the show to give her an edge because you needed something. She needed something to stand out. She had to do something, and I feel like Kenya created Twirl. I feel like Drew did something similar. She just don't have no name. What's her name gonna be? Pet Wig. We're not gonna give her a name. But I feel like she studied what Kenya did on this show and she kind of like tried to do the same. Like she came in trying to be over the top and said, check my IMDb. And I've been doing this since this. And I get the best stylist in Hollywood to do my hair. Like I feel like she tried to be like Twirl. Like, and it worked for Kenya. It didn't work for you. So I've never too much cared for Drew. And you remember how Kenya was supposed to be doing the workout video for Phaedra and Apollo, and then that gave them like years of storyline. I feel like, Drew, you might be trying to do this with this whole Dennis is my producer and he's my angel and he's been my saving grace. I feel like that's what Drew's trying to do. And Portia has clocked it. She's clocked it. She knows that's what you're trying to do. That's why she's upset. I think that's what she's doing. Because how was shall I guess? Okay, now Miss Kelly, I like her. I like her energy. I like her bubbly, and she a boss. Okay, maybe she's coined up. She has businesses and on top of businesses. I don't know if she's supposed to be replacing Candy, but it's giving boss bitch energy. I like her. I'm liking her. Okay, she's real spunky and cute, and she has daughters, so she's like she's a great role model for her daughters. Okay, she's going through a divorce, but she was like, "That's not about to stop nothing. We about to keep winning over here." And she's throwing this beautiful tea party for her daughter's birthday, and I think this is what we be missing. Like this is what I like. Okay, this is the type of stuff I like. They don't got too much of this going on in Potomac. The shade. I'm sorry. This dinner with Kelly, Shamia, and Britt. I mean, look, this is the thing, right? If Portia thought she was coming back and nobody was going to talk about how her and Simon got together and the whole Fallon thing, girl, you dumber than people say you are, because come on, you had to know it was going to come up. And maybe you were hoping that these girls would be fans and they would be too timid to ask you certain things, but this is not the case. This is not the case, and I'm here for it. She's like, why she took that lady's husband? Now, that's the only thing I don't agree with. She did not take that lady's husband. That marriage was fugazi. Okay, that marriage was never real. But if it was on your mind, I'm glad you said it, because about to get spicy in here, and that's what I tuned in for. Yeah. I don't know. I'm liking this stuff. Now, Britt, I don't dislike Britt. I think so far I don't have any bad notes on her. Okay, I think I like her. She's pretty. She's cute. I like when a girl puts herself together and she's really cute. I don't have no bad notes on Britt Edie so far. But if I'm gonna be very honest, if I'm being transparent, maybe I'll just wait to get to the end. I'm gonna wait till we get to the end to talk about Britt. Now, when they bring up the fact that Dennis was in Kelly's DMs, and then he went out on a date. Atlanta's not that small. Atlanta's not that small. But I mean, I guess Dennis. Oh, Dennis. Yeah. So let's skip to Shamia's birthday party. Shamia's birthday party was lit. It was nice. Her beautiful home, her gifts, everything, her dress, that body, yada, yada. Yes, everybody looked great, amazing. Do I think that Portia showed up late to be shady? No, I'm a late queen. Okay, I don't be trying to be late. I really don't be trying to be late. Like, I actually start getting ready early, but something always goes wrong and I'm late. Like, I don't know. Let me stop telling on myself. Let me shut up. Okay. Do I think Portia was trying to be shady? I don't, but I do think you could tell that Portia is filming and she thinks that the show is centered around her. That's what it seems like. But while we're watching the show, it really seems like the show is centered around Shamia. And if they get into an argument later on, it's going to probably be because of that. It's going to be because this is Portia's territory. Shamia has always been a little visitor. She's always been a +1. She's always been invited, but she's never been, this ain't her. This does not belong to her. This is Portia's thing. Now, Shamia got, she got her radio station. Wasn't she a professional dancer for the basketball team? She's done corresponding. She has her lane, and Portia, this is Portia's territory. So if they do have a falling out later on, I feel like this will really be the reason, like, you're on my turf and they're making it about you when it really is supposed to be centered around me. I feel like that would be the fight. Not I'm jealous of her life. I just don't think that. It's just like, this is my thing and I don't really want to share. Because you could tell Portia's giving, like, I'm the main character, but the way this first episode went, it's looking like Shamia's the main character. And now, Portia, you just the friend of. Well, not the friend of, but you know, you ain't the main girl no more. Since everybody else is new, it's like Portia was, you know, the vet. These people messy. Now, can I say this real quick? I'm trying to keep this light. But I really feel like the true villains of these reality shows are the producers. I really feel like y'all seen them toys back in the day where they crank it up, they wind it up, and then they just let it go and it. I feel like that's how they treat these women on these shows, okay? Or like they pull the string and it goes, or they put the battery in the Energizer Bunny's back and he just go dot 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 dot. I feel like that's what these producers are doing to these women, and that's the trouble that we're starting to see. This scene with Kenya meeting Britt and Kelly, I'm not trying to make excuses for nobody, but I kind of feel like when Kenya asked her, oh, are you engaged or are you married? I feel like that was shade, but I didn't feel like it was that deep, but no shade. Like, I didn't think it was that deep. But I do feel like it's possible that production told Britt, like, hey, be careful, you know. Kenya, she's going to be a little shady towards you, or she might try you, so be on your... Like, I feel like they be manipulating the girls behind the scene. Now, I feel like once the lady said, oh, no, I'm married, that should have been the end of that conversation. For Kenya to keep kind of jabbing like, oh, well, you're not wearing the other ring, so were you married to another man? Oh, this is the anniversary of the first ring. Like, when you saw that she started getting a little weird, just drop it, be like, oh, okay, girl. But it's like she kept jabbing. And it's like, come on, Kenya. Now, if she would have jabbed you about you not having a ring like Kelly did in the confessionals, you would have been feeling some type of way. But we already see where this is going. Now, Cynthia does what she does best. Cynthia is messy. Messy. Now, a lot of times, you know, in the vintage Atlanta days, I used to think Cynthia was so boring. And she can be boring. But Cynthia is messy. But she's like the messy, but she keeps her hands clean. But this time, we saw you, girl. We saw you. She pulled Kenya aside to tell Kenya what she heard from Kelly. And then Kenya pulls the rest of the girls aside and she starts getting into things. She wastes no time to get down to the business. And I thought, oh, she about to mess up this lady party. But Shamia said, girl, come on, let's go somewhere where we could hear each other talk. Now, Miss Kelly, I think I'm going to like you. You might need to tone it down just a little bit, but I like you. Kelly said, look, if I said it once, I can say it twice. I can say it again and again and again and again and again, and I can say it some more after that. She didn't hold back. She was like, yeah, I wanted to know, why did you take that lady's husband? And Portia was like, I enjoyed this because if I was Portia, I'd have been like, girl, did I take your husband? Like, I don't know. I was here for it. I didn't think that Portia needed to get in her feelings. I can understand why she didn't like it. But at the same time, it's like, girl, somebody's going to ask you that at some point. Like, you're going to have to speak on this at some point. The only thing I didn't care for with Miss Kelly was like, answer my question. You still haven't answered my question. It's like, girl, okay, it was funny, it was cute, but dial it back just a little bit. Because at the end of the day, she really don't have to tell you nothing. It's not your business. Because now if she says something that triggers your little feelings, then we're going to have an explosion. All in all, I thought they were hilarious. I thought it was funny. It ends on a cliffhanger, and I can't wait to watch it next week. Oh, yeah, then they addressed Drew and... They addressed Drew and her angel Dennis, and I'm on Portia's side. I'm on Portia's side. I am, because, like I said, I feel like ever since Drew has been on this show, her storyline never connects to the other ladies. Like, no one is invested in her and Ralph. Like, I forget about them every season. Like, when I'm talking about the other girls, I forget about Drew every single time. I feel like she's just slipped in there. This, what she's doing with Dennis, it attaches her storyline to Portia. So that was very strategic. If I'm Portia, I would be annoyed too. Because she was already trying to look like a baby Portia, and now, I guess, girl. I just, girl, this is about to be messy. This is about to be messy. I don't think Dennis is into Drew. I don't think Drew is into Dennis. Like, I don't think it's nothing like that going on. But I definitely think this is like trying to cement your storyline for the next couple of seasons. There's gonna be tension between her and Portia. So, like, if they bring Portia back, they're gonna bring Drew back. If they bring Drew back, they're gonna want to bring Portia back. Like, there's a storyline there. It's kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to piss nobody off. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, this is good TV. They're on a cliffhanger. I cannot wait to well, not next week. I can't wait for 2 more days to watch the second episode. But yeah, Atlanta, y'all doing, I like where they're going, Atlanta. I like where we're going. I think we needed this kind of, this is what we were needing, right? I don't know what y'all was giving us season 13, 14, and 15. Like, I really don't. But this, I like how it feels so far. So good. So hopefully, I don't know. It looks like we're going to have a good season. We're going to have a good season. I know a lot of people are upset that Kenya is not really going to, like, she's not really going to be on it. But we're seeing her. We're seeing her. She's just not going to get the full treatment. And, Kenya did this to herself. I feel like, this is what I was going to say about Britt earlier. I almost forgot. Britt gives off a little bit of airhead. It's kind of like, I don't know if I like her type of energy. I think that this season was the time for Kenya to show that she's a vet, that she's been here before. For her to let Britt get her so bothered that she did what she did to her was a big mistake. Because I really feel like Britt was going to probably be a one and done anyways. I feel like people weren't going to like her anyway. She was being a little too eager to let us know they were filming on social media. She just, now you've put Bravo in the position where they really can't get rid of her. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't really feel too bad for Kenya. I feel like the same way Phaedra had to sit out for 6 years. I don't think Kenya gonna have to sit out for 6 years, but she's definitely sitting out for the rest of this year. Maybe they may bring her to the reunion. Maybe they may not. I don't know. Nowadays, it seems like they're forcing people to get over their issues with others. But I don't like everybody minimizing what Kenya did. What Kenya did was wrong. I don't care how you slice it. What she did was wrong. This girl's been doing video modeling since high school. She's probably done a lot of things that she doesn't want. She obviously didn't bring it with her to her future. That was back then. That's not right now. For her to build herself up out of that life and do something different, and for you to try to remind her, oh, bitch, this is what you used to be, that was wrong. I don't care how much y'all love Kenya. Kenya was wrong for that. I don't care if the girl took the pictures. It was wrong. It was wrong. And she's not going to tell me she don't think it's wrong. There was a whole scandal for Miss America with, what's her name? Vanessa Williams. Wasn't there, where they took her crown away? They took her crown away because I think, this is a little bit before my time, but I think what happened was Vanessa Williams had done some topless photos or something back in the day trying to make money. She becomes Miss America. She's crowned Miss America. The person who had the photos shows the photos and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe this girl. And they take her crown away. Something like that happened. It was a huge thing. Like, Why would you do that to that? Why would you try to embarrass somebody like that? And then it was like you did it in an audience full of people. You invited the who's who of Atlanta to your event and you show this picture. And your excuse is she threatened to shoot me, so I was protecting myself. Now I feel like you lying. Because if someone scared you and said, oh, they're going to shoot you, and you were scared, why would you do that? You weren't scared. You wanted to put her in her place. You were mad, and you should probably just own that shit and say, yes, I did that and I was wrong for it. But to say, oh, I was protecting myself and my daughter, I was protecting my child, it's like, I can't respect that. I can't respect you for that. I can't respect that. You were not protecting nobody. You was pissed off and you did what you wanted to do, and that's okay. It happens. But to lie about it, you want to be on your high horse when other people make mistakes, you need to own your mistake. Because then you ain't no different than they are. You ain't no different than Portia at this point. Lying top girl. Anyways, it does look like we're going to see what happened and how it played out. And I'm happy for that because it was not going to make no sense if they didn't show it. So sorry to all of you who are upset on Kenya's behalf. Y'all not going to have Kenya. I'm sorry to y'all. I really am. But let's not act like people keep trying to say, oh, they let Phaedra come back. They let Phaedra come back, but they're going to do this to Kenya. Phaedra was gone for 6 years. 6 seasons. Y'all might not want to bring up Phaedra. Because if y'all keep bringing up Phaedra, Bravo might have to bench Kenya for 6 seasons. So let's just stay in our lane. Let's address Kenya and what Kenya did, and let's leave Phaedra out of it. Let's leave everybody else out of it. Let's just focus on what happened. Child, I don't know. But it's looking like you sabotage. It's literally looking like, Kenya, you did yourself a disservice because this girl probably wasn't even gonna be around for long, and you messed up yourself because of why. I don't know. But anyways, I think I'm gonna really enjoy this season. I'm gonna have fun reviewing this. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.